To understand, I will come back to this ayat. To understand, you have to go to the next ayat. Surah Mumtahinah 60 and ayah 10. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu idha jaakumul mu'minat muhajirat famtahinuhunna Allahu a'lamu bi-imanihinna فإن علمتموهن مؤمنات فلا ترجعوهن إلى الكفار لا هن حل لهم ولا هم يحلون لهن وآتوهم ما أنفقوا ولا جناح عليكم أن تنكحوهن إذا آتيتموهن أجورهن ولا تمسكوا بعصم الكوافر واسألوا ما أنفقتم وَلْيَسْأَلُوا مَا أَنْفَقُوا ذَلِكُمْ حُكْمُ اللَّهِ يَحْكُمُ بَيْنَكُمْ وَاللَّهُ عَلِيمٌ حَكِيمٌ. O you believe, when migrating believing women come to you, then examine them, their belief. Allah knows more with their belief. So if you come to know they are believing women, then do not return them to the rejectors. They are not lawful wives for them, nor they are lawful husbands for them, to the migrating believing women. And you give them what they have spent, and there is no offense on you that you marry them when you have given them their wages. And you do not hold fast to the rejected woman with ties bound. And you ask what you have spent on them. They should ask what they have spent. That is the governance of Allah. He governs between you, and Allah is knowledgeable, wise. Now what happens? There is a couple, but they are rejected couple. Married woman. A woman married. Muhsanat means she's been protecting herself or guarding herself for that husband. Okay? Now she migrates in belief. She migrates in belief. She comes to a believer. So let's say, oh, you believe. When a migrating believing woman come to you, the believers, then examine them. Examine them means examine their belief. Allah knows more their belief. So if you come to know that they are believing women, then do not return the believing woman to the rejectors. They are not lawful wives to the husbands. So they were married, they were muhsanat. They were muhsanat. But they were muhsin to a rejecter. Muhsin means that to guard, strengthen, and their physical and sexual, emotional attachment to the rejecter. They were married. They were muhsin. So now when they migrate in belief, that married woman, Allah breaks the relationship. It says they do not return to them to rejectors. They are not lawful wives for them, and nor they are lawful husbands for them. So how they become mamalakat? Now you see, you give them what they have spent. You giving some money what they have spent to the wives. Money. You are, in a way you are purchasing now. There is no offense on you that you marry them when you give them their wages. First you give the wealth to the person whom she was married, that he has spent what amount of money to the woman, and that can be a big amount. Maybe 5 years married or 6 years marriage or 10 years. I have spent so much money. Okay, this money to the husband. Say 10 lakhs. She is migrated in belief. Now you examine her. If she is a believer, then you give her wages and make her wife. This is how a mamalakat, what your right possess, comes. This is how a married woman, that is why Allah says, وَالْمُحْسَنَاتُ مِنَ النِّسَاءِ إِلَّا مَا مَلَكَتْ أَيْمَانُكُمْ. Fortified woman, she was fortified with the rejecter. She was a married, fortified woman with the rejecter. And now when she migrates to you, she comes to you as a believing woman, you examine her belief, and if you come to know she is believing woman, do not let her go back to the rejecter, because they are not lawful husbands to the wives, and neither these wives become lawful to the husband. they are muhsanat. Now how they became ma malakat, my right possesses, I will have to pay to the husband. I am paying some money to the husband. Hello? Yeah, paying money. So she's released. And now when I examine her, if I find that she's a bid'ah, then I can marry her by giving her the wages. I can marry her. This is how the right hand possess becomes. Who? The fortified woman. If you have and you do not hold fast the rejecter woman with ties and bond, and you ask what they have spent. And if your wife becomes a rejecter and wants to go to the rejecter party, then you let her go. Don't hold fast. Vice versa. If you are a believing woman, man, and your wife is going to the rejection, Allah says, let her go. Don't hold fast to her. And what you have spent on her, ask from them that I spent this amount of money, take my wife. Go. She can go to the rejecter. So remember, these ayahs are based on belief and rejection.